Hello, hello, welcome back to what I'm pretty sure is going to be episode 5. I just dropped something. Today we are going, if I remember right, this is going to be a dungeon. Yep, that's the next dungeon, which we're about to do. And then we are going to do our Marauder class quests and actually become a warrior, which will be our final job, so we can get the rest of our skills and start learning how to use all those. Alright, so let's get into it. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. His name is FFXIV, and he is the eldest among the sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small, leafy, green bridge that we can't find at the moment. And bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. That's right, we are looking for a sylph. There's an abandoned dungeon called the Thousand Maws of Totorak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that FFXIV was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor FFXIV. Poor FFXIV. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went into Totorak but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. And you're right to be. What is going on with my graphics card? The place fair crawls with nasties, waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. Man, that threw me off. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Oh man, what is going on? Elder One had no choice. Imperial Ones were chasing Elder One. Please, Walking Ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. The fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but FFXIV is our best hope of reaching an accord with the sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. Okay, that's a weird shot. I will tend to her wounds, Yida. Make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Man, I thought I fixed that. Go to Thousand Maws of Totorak and see that FFXIV comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. Yeah, something. Oh man, it is not liking this at all. What's going on? Something on this map is making my graphics card go crazy. By order of the Elder Seatsier, the dungeon known as Thousand Maws of Totorak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you are sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God, strike me down for a pure blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Totorak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. Hopefully entering this dungeon will fix this problem. If not, we will have to leave and I will have to reset. Thousand Maws of Totorak. this dungeon has actually been changed in recent recent last year, I think, year or two. This was changed. It used to be I won't say way different, but it was different. There used to be these orbs that you would find after defeating the enemies, and you would have to use a certain amount of them to open gates, and they took all of that out. And they actually brightened it up. It used to be a lot darker, like not a lot of light shining into this dungeon. They've added some more torches so you can see better. And this dungeon used to be a little bit of a maze, and now a little bit of a maze. Now it's very, very straightforward. If you saw it real quick, there was a blue thing on there. That'd be like one of the gates that you would have to use those orbs to open. So, can we pull more than one pack? Otherwise this one's going to take a minute. Keep healing. Get by anything they don't need. There used to be a gate right here that you had to open up. Is that an upgrade? Yeah, nice. Take that. First Spear Rydell, Totorak Expedition. Engaged with sizable fiend. Succeeded in exterminating, but casualties mounting. Must consider turning back if situation worsens. Alright. Alright, we're better off killing one and then pulling the next back. Like that. I don't remember what the dungeon seedling's for. Crafting item, maybe? This is part of the problem with fighting with NPCs is they're just not as responsive as regular players. So you have to go really slow to make sure they can keep up with damage and healing, and tanking if you're not the tank. Alright, okay. Oh, I thought this was the boss, but... a couple more packs of enemies, and then we should have the second boss. Where's the last pack? No, there's one. There should be one more pack up there. It's fine. If we can kill one more, we could probably go pull it. Yeah, we should be able to. There's only 3 of them. Problem is, this guy doesn't move, so we can pull everything to hit. Still got 3 enemies, so AoEing is more efficient than single target skills. Now we can switch to single target. Also, there is a slight healing effect on my single target, so if I get low health, I can use that. Alright, second boss. It is identical to the first. Except this time it will summon ads. At least one ad. I think 2 though. I think there's 2 ads. Yeah, there we go. Alright, this is more efficient to AoE. Back to single target. Chess piece. Nice. Yeah, there used to be like poison on the ground here that you had to walk through and deal with as you were trying to fight these guys. It was definitely a different dungeon. We're still at 3. 2 enemies, so single target. We checked the other one, we might as well check this one. First Spear Rydell, Totorak Expedition Notes 3. Diorite infestation confirmed. Scores of eggs on verge of hatching, beyond our means to deal with. Aborting mission, subsequent parties beware. Diormites. They're like giant scorpion looking things. Two. We should be fine. Next room is the boss? Or do we have one more pack? I can't remember. These lower dungeons, once you do them, unless you're trying to level another character or another job, you don't really go back to them all that much. Nope, this is the boss. Ascian.
Darkness.
Elko, Hitra Bublo Hans. Seize that on Rajyadorn. Thagon well rogue. Torsan Opaiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Ascians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The Dark Minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
We actually spoke to our first Ascian. We've seen him a couple times, but we haven't actually spoke to him. There we go. I didn't realize they took all the... There used to be a bunch of, like, eggs for the Dyremites laying around. You used to have to deal with them hatching during the fight. I didn't realize they took all that away. You also used to have to deal with poison puddles. There we go. Oh, his tail is targeted. We need to break that as soon as possible. There we go. Oh, he also takes increased damage from that too. Easy. This game's too easy. I don't think we... Come on. What we did? We got the axe, but if we go do the Marauder quest, they'll give us an axe that's better. So we won't be using this one very long. Either way, easy dungeon. Frixio. We're still looking for Frixio. Well, I guess we found Frixio. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these these ones of little solace. Alpha Squad reporting. Nothing of note at Lark's call. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all, where is that accursed icon hiding? Oh, they're looking for the Sylph icon, or Primal. No sign of our wizened friend. I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Oh, it's Nero. Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramu will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness, better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us, make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion I can fair taste it, but at this rate, no, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone were you right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise, and it shall burn so bright that Lord Van Belsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ah, Nero. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, sink only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Neuraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know what brings walking one to this place. Came to this one's rescue at Neuraxia's bidding, then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu, then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Oh, that glitch happening to my graphics card must have stopped. I saved it, it's gonna come back. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. But there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlan and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lad, and earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in so doing. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of kicker in fire water. Oh yeah, he's got the fire water, but it has to rest for or set for a year. We don't need we don't need this. We got the one out of the dungeon, right? Yeah. So we'll take that. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the sylphs of Little Solace. This Azema rose oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12s would with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. Alright. Hawthorne Hut? Hawthorne Hut, I think, is the closest teleport. A gift from Walking One Boscarin. A gift for these ones? Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Boscarin and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. I don't think we need boots either. Yeah, I guess we could take the boots. Yeah, we'll take the boots. Why not? Believe in yourself. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are. We have just been hearing a tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided Noraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black. Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees, so Walking Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes, your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned a great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects Horned One Connie Senna, but be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. Not tempered. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how, so this one fled to Little Solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers, but what about the abductions? A fine question, Yida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Connie Senna. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That Sylph Elder is very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a jib? Jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Oh, Yida. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. So we will not be fighting Ramu. Please wait, Walking One. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. Oh, there's the other crystal. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these ones' trust. This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well, that crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. Alright, so we're gonna go personally take a look to see what they're doing. I need the lookout. There we go. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Alright. Ah, if it isn't Hulk, how went the meeting with the sylphs? A missive from the sylph elder himself, if I may. So the sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu, and so long as we have the tempered ones leave the tempered ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed to hear that the sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Oh, I guess they do just give you these tickets, huh? They used to not give you these tickets. You had to make the trip from the crystal every single time. That's really nice. A little quality of life thing. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray, pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello? Hello, Hulk? Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Yda and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Alright, going back to the Waking Sands. Might as well just use one of the tickets. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back. Lady Manfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. Pretty sure that line has been said about 3 or 4 times in this series so far. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Levin will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many in one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alizé quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't? And nor have I. Alas, Alizé has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl. But you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust that Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It is good to see you again. I've been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the Whirl has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices for a time at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Y'shtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any uncertainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long. You may depend on it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with Gridania. Wait, I mean Garuda. Who is the primal of the Ixal who lived near Gridania? Yes, that's what I meant. So many moms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? One sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Is there something else? Beg pardon. A man named La Habrea sporting a red mask and robed in black. 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Asians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think. Tataru. A sylph in Thanalan. At long last, this one finds walking one. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Neuraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Neuraxia. Should be heading back to Limsa at some point. Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Asians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Scary, scary. I am afraid there is no rest for the weary. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Asian known as La Habrea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Asians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Wilda to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, do not forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe. I swear, we have to be going back to Limsa at some point. I was gonna wait till we go back to Limsa to do the Marauder quests, but... The Masked Man? You are come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about eastern Thanalan. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kikarin. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair shares of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention. whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. What do you got for me? I don't think we need to do that, so I'm not going to pick that up. No. Wrong button. Back to dry bone. Where we got kidnapped and forced to fight Ifrit. Except this time we're going over to the bridge. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it, probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure if I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you just say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two. When the Order of Nodthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims, but thanks to the nigh endless beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a mom up here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares, spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. The masked man? Bah, Thal, take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. Oh, wrong person. There you go. I've heard tell of the masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanalan too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Alright, so he's all over Thanalan. On the trail of a masked man? I have heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious, and that's about all I can say, little though it is. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Kickerin raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Sounds like all the merchants are hurting. To be honest, I actually forgot there was merchants over here. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier, it's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Kickerin raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. When there's... I finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man, your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in As if in an answer, some Kikaran appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? I guess we'll find out. Oh, look, more. More enemies on our hunting ground. I couldn't think of what it was called. Yep. For this being a desert, it seems to rain a lot on this map. Oh, it's over here. I thought we had to go in the cave. Maybe go around. Corpse Brigade Foot. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? This scroll, it bears a prayer to Rhalgr the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Rhalgr is the garden deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at the High Bridge? No, we're going to Alamigo first. Or Little Alamigo, I should say. The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo, over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much a help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has, relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hahira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, cull some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Okay. So we're gonna go back to Ul'dah. Because we've never been to southern Thanalan. We can actually just teleport out the gate. Nope, not that one. That one. Oh, look at that. More guys on our hunt. There's a crystal here that we need to get. There's actually 2 crystals on this map. Don't know if we're going to have easy access to the second one right this second. We'll come back and talk to you. Oh. Camera jumped. Talk to you just in case we ever run out of money. Maybe if we go that way, I might be able to. Let's try it real quick and then we'll just teleport back over here. I know the place we're gonna end up going to, we're gonna have to go there eventually anyways, but if we just get the crystal now, then we can teleport later. Us pass. Yes, okay. Yeah, no. We're not trying to enter that. Perfect. Now we can go back to Little Alamigo. Oh, we don't have the speed boost here. I can tell, too. Our Chocobo is nowhere near as fast as it was. Why yes, he who borrows my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with my family matters, but I am grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man. I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Ah, true Alamegan. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. That was quick. He does not want us here. T for 3. Well met, adventurer. I'm Gissel Behurt. Okay. Head of security here at Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for Amalja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they're like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thanalan tea so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Alright, let's go find out if they know anything. Who the hells are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. Well, ain't ye considerate? That's all it took, huh? Just a little bit of tea and... My thanks, friend. What's that? A masked villain hiding among the refugees? Like as not. My compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. Okay, that was no help. You there, are you in Amalja? No? Then carry on. Ah, this sophisticated aroma. It has been forever since I had a drop of sweet Thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. What a masked man. Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a murmur's fart. Alright. You guys are not helping. Shoo shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me, you shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man. As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. No. Hopefully, the masked man is not talking to the Alamegans. That could be disastrous. Ah, you're back. So did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigation, it seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. I guess we'll take it. Okay. Foot in the door. So you've determined to press on with your investigation, then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust, and the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible, a common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garlands. Gundabald belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. Alright. They want us to go back and talk to Minfilia. I don't need to talk to Tataru, do I? Tatara? Welcome back. How fares the investigation? I see, given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder that the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They have had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships. I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Meeting with the Resistance. Your Alamegan comrade is named Herberhurt, I guess. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, he is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. And everybody's in here. If it isn't Hulk Ridge, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo? That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamegan Resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albrita, and she is a resident of Quarrymill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Alright, we're going back to Quarrymill. Gridania. What is this mount? Where did this mount come from? I don't think I've ever seen that mount. Yeah, you want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Ha, why the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. Herberhurt sent you. I have no idea how to say that name. Grr, that worthless whoreson. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor? Simply incredible. I realize he was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Mefred, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Alright, Mefred. I'm Mefred, a proud man of the Alamegan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galeon, sir. His wound's gone and festered, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. Gods damn it. I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galeon dies, his blood is on their hands. These Quarrymill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albrita. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. One of Mefred's in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen after all, but that'd mean going against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarrymill long enough to know how terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charline, the Hamlet resident here. If you take the matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. You wish to aid the Alamegans? You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the beast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Oof. That was a lot of words to say, no, you're not going to help them. That's how it's to be then. The bloody hero might as well kill Galliana herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. I led my men to Quarrymill hoping to find refuge. Instead we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd forever be in your debt. I guess we'll go kill 4 antelopes. I really wish I had my gap closer. I might make this a little bit faster. Go around the goblins, because they will attack us. Not that we couldn't take them, but get too many of them could have an issue. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got 4 horns with you. Yep, 4 exactly. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Rogger, there's at least one man in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Biscarin, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Pharamond here. Godspeed. Gotta look into where to get this mount. It's gotta be new. Unfortunately, it's probably on the store. Ah, ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventurer? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. You've got something to show me. We got a little bit of money. We don't have a lot. Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I'm no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarrymill? Yeah, so it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. We'll just teleport back over. Okay, we gotta turn that off. We're wasting tickets at this point. Wasting free teleports. It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Yes. Gods bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Galleon receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. We don't need the gloves. We'll take the money. Adventurer, Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albrito. Might be as the woman's seen something. Ah, finally. It's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarrymill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. That is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to little Alamigo. Blast it. Would that I had known what he was thinking, I would have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong, he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Out in the wilds alone, that fool, that great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. He's gone to this cave over here. Watch out, a goblin. Getting ambushed. Galleon. Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? We're all Amigans, and all Amigans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, goddamn it. The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on all Amigan soil again, together, or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good, let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back at Quarry Mill. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take to the road again. As much as I mislike this place, the beggars can't be choosers. I don't think we can... Yeah, we can't use those. Oh, we don't need them anyways. Yeah, we don't need them anyways. Those are intelligence of mind, so that's for casters. And that's for ninja... and reapers? So, we'll just take the money. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask of me anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Alamigo, that's all. Far be it from me to question your desires, of course, very well. I will provide you with a letter to show to Gundabald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Alright, back to Little Alamigo. Is he gonna help us now? Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. You spoke with Methfred? It has been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Mefford sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mefford is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Alamigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. A masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Okay. Gundabald sent you. Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing in the masked man and, oh, you don't know anything about this. Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me to not think I'm in for it. Okay. Are they down here? Yeah. What? Have I been meeting any masked man lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have. But I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. There's a bunch been skulking around, or skulking about right suspicious like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and there's trouble, mark my words. Alright, Gundabald, either your name doesn't carry as much weight as you think it does, or these are some stubborn youngins. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamigo. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time. Though the young ones know this not, unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. You gotta figure out what they're doing first. If they're meeting an Asian, that's pretty scary. Hey, adventurer, you done talking with the old bear? I've got a message for you from Wilred. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundabald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Alright, let's run over there and have a word with him. 2 more. 1 more? Where is this at? Oh, that's it. What you want, Wilrid? Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Corral got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. You want to attack me? I won't let you foil our plan. Oh, I talked to him too early. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll reclaim our homeland. Really wish Alamigo had a back entrance. Yeah, I don't think it does. We gotta go all the way back around. Well, at least into this side gate. Attacked by Wilrid and his cronies, that they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. There we go. Is that? Yeah. Yeah, we should have taken the money. Doesn't matter. Wilrid mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundebold, Bertliana? Bertliana. God's preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the corpse brigade came. They took me to their hideout and the whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream a home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Alamegans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilrid, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to Bertliana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. Camera. Map of Zanrak. Zanrak, that's the Amaljaw main city or village. Go up first, yeah, there's 2 up here. O mighty Rulger, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare oppress us ever again. Oh god, he's looking for crystals, just like the beast tribes. If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where in the seven hells did I put that bloody map? Y'all are gonna go steal the crystals from the Amalja. That sounds like a really bad plan. What those animals did to Bartliana is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us, well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilrid to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. Oof. Y'all are gonna get destroyed. Where's this last person? Oh, there it is. It's not a person. That's why. Gone, the whole lot of them. Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is that they mean to do? What's this? A hunting knife and a map of Zanrak? Wait, you said Wilrid spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded. All. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalja are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. Go out the side door. Yeah, we're gonna have to go all the way around anyways. These on my hunting log, or are these programmed? Okay. That makes more sense. Wilrid, did no others survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We were. Pull yourself together, lad. We were going to make an offering of crystals to Rhalgr to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizardmen's cash, but they caught us and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alamican people. This hope I will guard with my life. Dang, even tank students can't take that. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a man like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamigo. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Rogger. Enough. I will hear the rest of this story tale back in Little Alamigo. I dare say Hulk will wish to hear it as well. Is there a back entrance over here? There is. Is this open? I don't think I've ever used this one. Okay. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Rolger, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from this squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known there's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilred. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamigo lives on within all of us. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. That's it, huh? As he walks off. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. Back to square one. Yep. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wilred told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. We have tickets for that. Alright, back to Minfilia. Welcome back. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say. Precisely the kind of deception the Ashians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. Malignant. We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Menphilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Tataru. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. Terror at Fallgord. We haven't been to Fallgord yet. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived, courtesy of our friends the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Neuraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrad had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrad. Digging One is to be found at Fallgord Float in the North Shroud. Alright, back to Fredonia. No, we're gonna change that before. Confirm for all costs above. You know, for right now, we're gonna put 650. Central Shroud. We need to go to North Shroud. Alright, so we gotta go to the Conjurer's Guild, go out. Yeah, we gotta go out that other. That other gate. Yep, this one. I don't remember what that building's for. Alright, there should only be one crystal. Yeah, one crystal here. We'll grab that and we'll continue on with the story. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. Okay. I looked death in the face. 'Twas only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. Soothe. Where is it? There it is. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. All I did was wave my hands in the air. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance, a masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she'd died a gruesome death. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating this same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medrod's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork, that's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. Ziz is so ridiculous. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer's that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. Gotta do a couple fetch quests for them. Wrong way. We gotta go out. Yeah, out the side. Exit. Man, we got a bunch of them. Shroud here? And the Ziz are here. We got a lot left. Oh. Yeah, I might do that off camera. That's gonna take a lot of running around to areas that we've been to. Yeah, Bramble Patch. We've been to Upper Lenosha. For a minute we were up there. Footfalls, Upper Pass. Yeah, it's all Sorrel Haven. We're actually headed to Sorrel Haven here in a minute, so we'll get those two. The other ones I'll do off camera, since those are areas that we've already been. They're off the beaten path of the main story, so I'll go get those. You've already seen to the Ziz. Good work, adventurers. So were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Rock of Rancor. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Yeah. We know how to use items on the ground. It's fine. Seeing eye to winged eye. There is something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. It sounds like we're kind of going the same area for both quests, so... These areas are actually connected, so I don't think it matters which area I go out first. That's fine. Lightning aspected crystals. Well, that was actually 2 quests finished. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. A monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgord. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? Power of deduction. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. But you and I were moms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious, but then that means since there have been repeated sightings of those fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Y'all are just giving up, huh? Wait, what level am I? 35? Y'all are attacking me? I'm 8 levels higher than y'all. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Gods be good. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the Central Shroud. While the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any, sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of. This button engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Miuen. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Alright, we'll go back and talk to Miuen. Good morrow to you. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Alright, we'll go talk to her. What are you? Oh no, you're sightseeing log. No reason for us to do that. That's Palace of the Dead. There's no reason for us to do that. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Singold over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a four-name basis. You said the Lancers Guild, right? Yeah. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Yeah, there's no teleport, so we're just gonna have to run over there. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. The sigil of the Dartancours. Dartanco? I'm assuming there's some kind of French accent on it. I'm not sure how to say that. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman, her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Skeletons in her closet. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartancours. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amadine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Hawk Manor. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amadine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of Central Shroud. Go now, go do what must be done. Alright, we'll go to Hawk Manor. Yep. And Hawk Manor's on the other side of Sorrel Haven, which should get us the two of the hunting logs. There's one. I don't remember what the other one is. Wrong way. Oh, I thought it was the lindworms. Apparently not. Tell me it's the morbles. Not this way. We gotta go around this rock. Oh no, it's the floating eyes. No, Jaded Jody. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not fighting you. Yeah, floating eyes. Alright, Hawk Manor, our next dungeon. Oh, yeah, I made it. Ooh, almost did make it. This is a concept they gave up on too, is picking up these tiny keys and using them to open doors within the dungeons. They stopped that concept also. they got me. It's too much. I don't have the thrill of battle yet. Oh, it's the level 3. Yeah, after this we're gonna go do the Marauders. I was gonna wait till we got back to Limsa, but I need these skills. Stone the Sentry. Crazy. That's a waste. Because the NPCs are going to move as soon as it starts casting anyway. I don't think, yeah. That hat is for somebody else. don't even think we need to pick up this key. If you were doing all the doors, then yes, you probably would, but... I don't have a presence. Or, rampart. I'm definitely not using rampart for 2 enemies. See, there's 2 more keys in there. We don't even have to go in there. Sauce. Heal. Yeah, see, NPCs, they stop attacking. That's the issue. We can go through. These doors opened. Let's see. It should be this one? Yeah. they always do the steward first. Okay. The only thing on that ring that helps me is vitality. Lady Amadine, I suppose. Alright, let's get this started. That's a look away. Cast that stone skin. It just takes longer to beat the boss. Turn away. I can stun her for that. Maybe. Can I use a stunner? Darkness has taken root within these halls. Alright, if anybody hasn't noticed by now, if they use this black background with like red text, it's usually an Ascian talking. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. Alright, we need to go back and talk to that servant. Tell him that we killed her. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amadine? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Alright, fair enough. Turn yourself in. Welcome back. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelveswood? Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. What to do? Alright, let's go do these Marauder quests. We should be able to finish them. Alright. Our near disastrous encounter with the pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of the beasts was beyond aught I had imagined. Even the most dedicated marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh, and if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus I have prepared for you a trial that shall unleash your deepest reserves of destructive strength. As before, Sulkwib awaits you at the Bismarck to guide you on your path. Do not squander this opportunity for growth. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of your axe. You've word from my brother? Ha, the pride of the guild, eh? My brother has placed quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems, but from what I have witnessed, if any marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sigurd's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy, now do you? Let us be about this trial. I shall meet you on the Salt Strand in Lower Lenosha, where your training is to take place. Well, naturally, I will be there. Without me, you're like to forget to tend your wounds and bleed to death. Alright. Finish this one, and there should be one more Marauder quest, and then we should be able to get our job crystal and turn to a warrior. Well, this should be the place. I don't see. Do you sense that encroaching aura of violence? Pray, unlimber that axe of yours. Okay, that was quick. That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we have faced before, though, it wasn't terribly. So this is the indomitable Hulk Ridge. Who in the seven hells are you? Wait, is that? We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your steel. Oh, brother. It seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well, I shall take your measure with my own blade. Do not think to show me quarter, for I shall surely show you none. Alright. Defeat the familiar marauder. Here's my stone skin. I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. It might just be enough. We are done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Your display of prowess was truly impressive, worthy indeed. What a ridiculous charade. Did he honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was not born of malice, rather he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It is time you return to the guild. Oh, and as a favor to me, pray indulge Wurrenzone in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Alright, that one's done. That was way easier than I remember. For some reason I remember that being a little bit more difficult. Maybe not difficult, just more annoying. But that was like quick. I've heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kajata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. No, we're actually going to take the money, because I think the armor I have is better right now. That we might take, though. Strength 5, Vitality 6. Yeah, it's more defense. We'll definitely take that. Okay. Your confrontation with the beast is at hand. Kajata has made his presence known. Reports place the creature to the northeast of the Red Rooster Stead in the vicinity of the Grey Fleet. There is little more for me to say but this. Harness all the strength you have built through your labors of sweat and blood and unleash it full fury upon Kajata and his menagerie of scavengers. Sigurd yet lies abed, trusting in your strength and praying for your victory. I ask that you go to the lad before the battle and tell him you venture forth to fell the object of his vengeance. Such news should cheer his ailing heart. The time has come. May your axe strike deep and true. Dang, there's no... I hate that there's not a crystal out there. There's a few places in the game I wish there was a crystal. That little place right there is one of them. Nope. Wrong person. I'm sorry for making trouble. No, I deserved what I got. It's me own fault for not believing in you. But you came back anyway, and now you're gonna take that axe to Kajata's head, ain't you? I know you can beat that bastard. You got to. I heard Kajata had reared his ugly head again and reckon you'd not be too far behind. I hope you won't object to me lending what aid I can. We've been through much, you and I would see this tale to its end. Brombahar, well, he felt much the same, so here we are, a pack of 2 to offset the ravenous beasts that follow in Kajata's wake. Might be as I'm sticking my nose in where it ain't wanted, but I couldn't abide the thought of you facing that monster solo. Kajata's got his friends, so it's only fair if you've got a couple too. And what are friends for if you're not to lighten your load? I already did some of the groundwork for you. Seems like a farmer and his Wayne have fallen victim to the fiend's pack. If we follow the trail of destruction, it might just lead us to the big bugger himself. You find a pot that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's Wayne. You find a barrel that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's Wayne. Find a crate. A giant ox pecker. Okay. And 3 animal hides. Alright. Here we go. on, Kajata. You gotta do better than that. And your health is going down way faster. It appears our timing was fortuitous. The Axe Master carried me here so I could see. You did it. You really did it. Ma Da DC. He killed the bastard. He's finally dead. Thank ye. Thank all of ye. Do you reckon I could learn to swing an axe like that? When I's bigger, I mean, I want to protect folk too. Keep them safe from, you know, monsters and things. If you train hard, then not as beyond your reach, young man. Then that's what I'll do. I'll train every single day. You'll see. I'll be the strongest hero there ever was. I saw it with me own eyes, and I can still scarce believe it. You brought down the mountain. He really wasn't that tough. I remember him being harder. Well done. I knew from the first moment we met that you would rise to meet any challenge. It is done. You have answered the boy's prayers and upheld the pride of the guild. Hold your head high, Marauder. I shall be awaiting your triumphant return to Limsa Lamensa. Alright, back to Limsa, finish this quest, and then go become a warrior. And then I think we're going to have to call it after that. That was truly a mighty feat. Never have I seen a marauder so dedicated to attaining the pinnacle of his discipline. In recognition of your achievements, I, Axemaster Warzone, pass on to you our guild's final technique, the thrill of battle. This skill teaches you to embrace the fear and danger of combat, allowing you to push well beyond the normal limits of your stamina. Though the thought brings me both joy and sadness, there is not more I can teach you. May the memories of your time here at the guild sustain you as you strive for even greater heights of perfection. Experience now shall be your tutor. There will always be greater foes and deadlier challenges on which to test your blade. Of that I am certain. You enter a realm of our craft in which even I have never set foot. I only hope that when you reach the very boundaries of our art, you will return to share your triumphs with us. Until then, may your axe ever swing true. Soul of the Warrior. Ah, just the man I was hoping to see. It's plain as day that you've no equal in our guild, and I have a task that I'd entrust to no ordinary marauder. To it, I'd just received a message from an old comrade in arms of mine who now serves as a guardsman in Costa del Sol. It would seem the fighting's grown fierce in those parts, and he finds himself in dire need of reinforcements. Mind you, this man is no white-livered whelp. He can wield an axe with the best of them, as evidenced by Master Gegeruju's paying good coin for the services of he and his men. No, any enemy who could fluster that bunch is not one to be trifled with. I've sent Sulkweeb on ahead to attend to the wounded. Seek her out upon your arrival, and she'll apprise you of the situation at hand. I don't think we've been to Costa yet. No, we have not. Okay, so... Alright. So we gotta go lower Lenosha, and we're gonna have to chocobo ride up there. Of course, raining. Man, it seems like today's episode has been in the rain the entire time. Alright, get this crystal and then figure out what we have to do next. Ever the sight for sore eyes, a nasty bale of turtles has been preying on this area of late, snapping and gnashing at everything in sight, while even the best men that Master Gegeruju could buy find themselves no match for the creatures. Word has it that the beasts have been sighted swimming in from the lightly guarded northern shore. I would send you there to investigate the cause behind their burgeoning numbers. Alright, we will investigate the North Shore then. Oh. Fell Demon. Okay. Ugh, damn it all. We must see to these beasts. Did he just summon turtles out of the ocean? Seven hells, there's no end to them. Prepare to fall back. I'll see to the shellbacks. You whelps just try not to end up as turtle grub. That axe, I've not seen its like in. Hulk, we must do what we can. That should send them scuttling back to their nests. You can call me Curious Gorge. One remark about the name, and I'll rip your ugly heads from your shoulders and suck the marrow out of your twitching spines. Graphic. You two are guards from Costa del Sol, I reckon. Not as such. We are of the Marauders Guild, sent here by Axemaster Warzone to assist in the defense. I am Sulkwib, and this is my comrade. From the guild, you say? Well, blow me down and call me a bogey. Had you told me sooner, I'd have introduced myself with proper respect. We've only just met, but I see in you a strength not found in ordinary man. What say you unleash the beast within and become a warrior with me? A warrior, you say? So it was you I saw, brandishing battle techniques I had thought lost to the sands of time. Lost? Perhaps in these parts, but where I come from, the way of the warrior is alive and well. My tribe has been handing them down for thousands of years. Yet our numbers dwindle with every new summer, and this is why I left the mountain where I was raised to come here. What say you? If you would walk the path of the warrior with me, seek me out at Hidden Falls. The warriors of old. We have all heard the tales, but never once did I dream that I would meet one in the flesh. My memory is cloudy, but many years ago it was said there was a young marauder in the company of heroes who would unleash crushing blows theretofore unseen by his comrades. When the company disbanded, he vanished, never to be seen again. Might that be this curious gorge? I cannot vouch for the man's identity, but there can be no denying the display of strength we saw today, nor that he has taken a liking to you. This could be an opportunity for the ages. Hidden Falls, was it? Were I in your boots, I would head off there without delay. Oh yeah, we're going. I knew you would come. Let us begin. Any man can take up an axe and call himself a marauder, but to become a true warrior, he must prove he can tame the inner beast that guides the blade. I witnessed your battle with the turtles, and I must say that I was impressed. You have proven yourself far more worthy of this than I could have imagined. In your hands lies the soul of the warrior, a crystal within which the deeds of 1,000 warriors from history are recorded. For countless generations, the soul has been passed on to those in my tribe who choose the path of the warrior to guide them and aid them on their journey. When your inner beast awakens, the runes will resonate, further empowering your will and granting you such strength as you never thought possible. Today there is cause for celebration, my friend, for through you I have ensured that my tribe's legacy will endure. Yes, it is for this day, this moment, that I came down from the mountain. Yet, however earnestly I pursue my goal, I cannot deny the fear inside me that my mission will ultimately end in failure. For you see, while I style myself a warrior, the truth is that I left the mountains before my training was complete. And while I carry with me the chronicles of my ancestors, detailing the ancient arts of war, I lack the ability to fully decipher the text. Yet there may still be hope, for there is another who fled my village, one who shared my dream of passing on the teachings of the tribe, and can read the tome, my brother. Without him, I fear there is little more I can teach you at this time, but that will not discourage me from continuing my studies of the Chronicles, nor shake my belief that further secrets will soon reveal themselves to me. Until then, I ask that you use the knowledge I've passed on to you and continue your training. You must strive to harden your will so that it may endure the strain of future burdens. Good luck, my friend. Warrior unlocked. Perfect. You have unlocked a new job. You can change this job at any time by equipping the soul crystal. Yep. When changing job, gear sets will allow you to register and save your equipment. Yep. Button for gear set interface. Okay. Yep. I know. The next warrior quest will be available from Curious Gorge upon reaching level 35. Yep. Actually, we can technically do that. We're not going to do it tonight. You have obtained a soul crystal. Yeah, we know how to do that. That goes right there. Alright. Awesome. Oh, look at all the abilities. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. Our rolls stayed the same. We added a lot more traits. Okay, we got Thrill. The next is Vengeance at 38. Dang, 38. Home Gang at 42. Strong at 50. we get Inner Beast. Is that the next one we get? When landing Maim or Storm's Path. Yeah, we get Inner Beast. Okay. That will have to wait for next time. We did pretty good. We got through 2 dungeons. We got our final job, which is Warrior. That's what we'll end up going through the rest of the game with. So that's good. We did a couple dungeons. We're the next main scenario, Wrath of the Titan. So we're gonna get into a few more dungeons and start ending up in the story of Titan, another primal. So that'll be fun. All right. I think that's gonna do it. Let's get our mandatory wave. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.